Is your engine feeling sluggish, or are you failing emissions tests without any obvious smoke or noise? That little check engine light might be trying to tell you something specific about how your car is breathing, specifically code P0097. This is known as intake air temperature sensor 2 circuit low input. Now, don't let the technical jargon scare you off. This is actually a generic powertrain code, which means whether you drive a Ford, a Toyota, or a Chevy, the logic is pretty much the same. The IAT, or intake air temperature sensor, is basically just a high-tech thermometer that tells your car's computer exactly how hot or cold the air entering your engine is. This matters a lot because hot air changes how fuel burns. If the air is too hot, combustion temperatures spike, and that leads to nasty nitrogen oxide emissions, which is why you might fail an emissions test. In this specific case, the code mentions sensor 2, which usually implies there is a second sensor or a specific bank the computer is worried about. The computer expects the air temperature to make sense. If you just started your car on a cool morning, but the sensor is telling the computer the incoming air is 300 degrees, the computer knows something is wrong and throws this code. The sensor works like a seesaw. It uses a thermistor where resistance changes with temperature. The computer sends out 5 volts, and as the air gets warmer, the resistance drops. If the signal voltage gets pulled too low, triggering this code, it usually means there is a short or the sensor has failed internally. So, how do you fix it without throwing money at a mechanic? First, grab a scan tool. With a cold engine, the intake air temp should match the coolant temp. If the scanner shows a crazy high temperature, pop the hood and find the sensor on your air intake tube. Check the connector first. Is it loose or dirty? If it looks okay, unplug the sensor while watching the scanner. If the reading suddenly drops to about -20 or -40 degrees, congratulations. You just proved the wiring is good and the sensor is bad. Replace the sensor and you are good to go. However, if you unplug it and the reading stays high, you might have a short in the wiring harness, or in rare cases, a bad computer. It's a simple check that can save you a diagnostic fee.